Hey everybody, what is going on? Danz Newz here. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's taken me a bit to get to this point. Even with just uploading like, hey, I'm live videos every once in a while for streams, I haven't really been active on YouTube at all. I uploaded my Batman 1989 video, which the response to was incredible, and I want to thank each and every one of you for all of the really encouraging words. There's a lot of people who really seemingly want to see me get back on YouTube and get back on that horse, and that's what I'm going to try to do. That's kind of what I'm here to talk about a little bit. I want to talk about where I've been, what's been going on with me, and all that stuff in this video, and kind of talk about the future and where I want it to go, and what the plan is. So yeah, and touch on some other things that people have been asking me about. So, hi, I'm Dan. I've been trying to record this update for the last like half an hour, 40 minutes, an hour or so. It's been a bit. Yeah. This is a tough thing for me to talk about, and it's a tough thing for me to put into words that don't end up frustrating me, or it's just, I'm still not in the best spot, and I'm trying to get better and trying to be better. So hey, let's talk about where I've been at. So even before the hub ended, which the hub ended back in August, or July, August, right? Yeah, I think August. And the response to those videos, the outpouring of support, have been absolutely incredible. But clearly from my first video, just the way I was reacting to it was not in the best spot with a lot of things. I was very, very emotional, and I'm still emotional about it. It's a tough thing for me still to look back on and process still. It ended in an abrupt way for me, and what, not exactly the way I wanted it to, and it just, yeah. So even before that the hub ended, I was not in a good spot. I was already very much burnt out on YouTube. I had been doing Twitch for a little bit, and really enjoying it and connecting with it way more as far as gameplay stuff went, doing that. And also there was a lot of support there. There were a lot of people who were just incredibly generous and have allowed me to continue on, like even after the fact, to continue on doing streaming as a full-time thing. And I love streaming a lot. Playing games and streaming has, like, that's been the best avenue for me as far as like creatively to focus on outside of YouTube. YouTube was just, one, the Adpocalypse stuff had happened, and also I've had this desire for the longest effing time to do more creative stuff, and despite having that, like, always, like, I want to do that, and having so many ideas in my head, and just never following through, never pulling the trigger, never getting it done, and at the time, obviously, I was still doing the hub. I was trying to just maintain myself, float financially, and all of that. Just there was a lot on my mind at the time, as well as so many other avenues. Like, I've always been kind of doing this thing where I'm working full-time for the hub, and then, you know, there were times where I was doing full-time hub, full-time my channel, and, you know, part-time relationship that, you know, suffered massively because of a lot of decisions I made, and one of the reasons why I was at such a really, really low point, particularly, you know, throughout a lot of late 2016, early 2017, was just, I was in such a bad, broken spot with my job and with my relationship and with myself. I have been one of my greatest enemies over the last good bit. I am so constantly, I've gotten so in my head that I will talk myself out of doing anything that would benefit myself. Like, you know, putting myself out there creatively, like just putting myself out there in general. I've developed such a bad problem with, particularly after the hub ended. It just, that was the kind of pushing point that made me just kind of collapse into myself. I was already at a really bad point with communication because of just me shutting off everything with everything. I don't know. It was just, I've just been in a really bad spot, and I've been I have been to a point where I've just deeply hated myself over the last few months, and have been in really kind of bad spots in my mind, and just sitting alone and being miserable and feeling like the worst thoughts. And it hasn't been a very easy thing. And I'm not meaning to cry. I'm really not meaning to cry. It's just a really tough thing for me to vocalize and think about. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this update is to put myself back out there. I need to find my voice again. I need to express myself. I have been shutting myself off, trying to find a comfortable place that isn't anxiety ridden around a lot of this stuff. And it's so weird. It's so weird. I'm putting myself out there on Twitch, and it's a lot more raw, and hey, I'm here, I'm talking to you, not meaning to cry. It's just been a bad place to be, where you're not happy with yourself and the way you are. And I've tried to get out of this hole that I've buried myself into mentally. And so part of that is me just trying to say, get over your shit and put yourself out there. Part of doing that is I want to get back into YouTube stuff. Reception be damned. I know, I'm so ingrained in me is I love seeing the feedback that comes from videos. It's always been one of my favorite things about creating videos, and just doing the weird things that I've done. I've made a lot of weird videos over the years, and it's always fun just seeing what people think in it. But obviously, what I have here audience-wise isn't just from me. There's been people from a lot of different places who have come from a lot of different things to see a lot of different things from my channel that isn't just me. And now it's just me. Hello, hi, I'm Dan. Dun, 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 dun. And unfortunately, if you don't like that, if you don't like Dan, then I don't got much else for you. All I can be is confident in myself and what I want to do, and try to make some fun stuff, and just have some fun. Anyway, all that stuff. That's where I've been at mentally. One of the big things that has been consistently asked of me, and I've tried to answer as best I can, particularly on streams and on Twitter every once in a while, I answer it because it's a question that pops up, is what is happening with the final hub video. This was something that we said in our final video that we were going to do one kind of end off video. The idea was to just kind of get everybody to record their own stuff, answer some questions, kind of pick your favorite video, something like that, and then we'd cut it together. And I tried to, at the very basic point, try to start working on that, just literally getting footage, not even reaching out to anybody, and getting that stuff. Because I kind of put it all on myself to do it, and I felt like, I owed it to the fan base, and I really wanted to do it myself to kind of do this. I felt like I owed it to everybody to do it myself, and I was in such a bad spot at that time, and I was just still kind of blindsided by a lot of that, what was going on and what had happened, and just hadn't dealt with anything with it yet. So to say at that point, for me to say that was, and to agree to do it, that was stupid. I shouldn't have said, yes, I can do this, when I didn't even know what the hell I felt about anything. I've had a lot of anxiety / just general, I needed to move on, take the time that I needed to, at the time I should have been working on that video, to move on, because it was all so very fresh, and it killed me to not be able to do that and now be in this situation where I don't know, like I'm now again in the situation where I'm going to disappoint everybody again. I'm going to disappoint everybody. And it really put me in this just like bad back and forth spot of I need to do this, just fucking do it, but I need to move on at the same time. And I was just very, very close to it all and needed to move on and just say, I need to worry about myself. And because I was in such a tight spot myself, I can't stress myself out and cause myself to shut down over this. Like, and it was a really tough decision to say, I need to just step back from this. So I did try to communicate, like, you know, I was being asked about what was going on with it, and I tried to communicate that I wanted to move on with it. I might work on like a portion of the video still, but I couldn't do it myself. But it was just there was miscommunication. It didn't end up being communicated properly, and time just went on from there. And now, I don't know what it really is happening with that, or if there will be a video, or what is happening. But as far as working on the video, I've kind of just taken a step back, and I need to really focus on myself, like this just being kind of out there in kind of a more widened space, so people kind of know, because I still get the question a lot, and I had answered on Reddit, the creature Reddit, in one of the posts where people were talking about it, and I could read some of the messages, but like it, you know, it's tough just kind of being me and sitting here and reading the things people are saying. And that's been a large, one of the aspects, not a large aspect, but one of the aspects that has kind of led me to the state that I've been in, just in regards of me so second guessing myself with a lot of things and being so in my head, and just being part of just this big thing that had so much behind it. And now I'm just wanting to move on from that. I am so grateful of the experiences that I've had over the last, you know, how many ever years that have come from this amazing thing that I've been a part of. Incredible, once in a lifetime. I have no idea if I'll ever see any sort of success like that ever again in my life, or be a part of something that big. But I certainly would love to try, and have plenty of my own aspirations. I want to get, like I said, get out there, put myself out there, be more creative. I have, you know, I bought this book, this composition notebook, a couple weeks after the hub ended, and I was doing streaming and trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and started writing down ideas and focusing on developing some ideas that I've had for a while. I've gotten a fair bit of, you know, pages in here of writings and things and stuff, and so I've been writing a fair bit. Don't freeze frame any of those, patent pending on ideas. But I've been developing a lot of ideas, shorts I want to do, movies I want to do, different ideas, different things I want to do. And I don't know when they'll get made, or if they'll get made, or if I'll end up writing all of the ideas out. I want to do everything. I want to do it all. I want to take over the world is what I'm saying. So on top of streaming, which I'm still going to be doing regularly, I still want to stream regularly. That's been what's been paying the bills, and I can't appreciate the support enough. And hopefully we can still have lots more fun doing that. I have a blast doing that. But now I'd love to kind of get in the mix of doing more YouTube stuff, getting back into YouTube, doing GTA machinimas. I really want to do GTA machinimas. I've gotten so close multiple times of getting it tweaked to exactly how I want it to have all the tools and everything, mods and all that jazz that I needed to properly make stuff. And I got to that point, and then it would break, or I'd need to read it. is a little complicated, but I am now back in the spot where I need to be with that, as far as having everything set, and I really want to make some fun stuff. So I'm going to be working on those. I really want to do you're going to be seeing lots of reviews from me for movies. I don't know so much about TV shows, but I'm going to be doing a lot of movies in the theaters. I'm going to be doing revisiteds like I did for my Batman 1989 video. I have been working on, at the time was working on my Batman Returns 1992 video as a follow-up to my Batman 1989 video. I'm not going to just do Batman. I'm going to do a bunch of movies on the Revisited. But that was one of the things that I got really in my head about, and was a bad kind of back and forth in my head thing where it was like I wanted to work on it but wasn't working on it, and wasn't sure what the fuck I wanted to do with YouTube, and wasn't sure if I'd ever get back to the mental spot where I could just do it for fun and not get so worried about a lot of it, and just kind of let go about putting my opinion out there. Because sometimes I'll just be editing a video and I'm like, I don't like the way I said this, or it's not even that. It's just like, it's so bad. It's so bad, y'all. And that's one of the reasons why you haven't seen so much from me. I was just so in my head about what anything I was doing. It was really bad. So I'm trying to be far less self-conscious and more like, fuck, just do it. So that's my motto this year. 2018, just fucking do it, asshole. Turn into Arnold at the end. So yeah. So looking to do a lot of movie stuff. So if you're into movies, and have always been enjoyed hearing me talk about movies, well then you're in for a treat. I'm gonna be doing some reviews with Liz as well, and other fun stuff. There's gonna be some fun stuff, y'all. But if you're looking for gaming and stuff like that, Twitch. I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/DanzNewz. I stream very frequently, for long times usually. The next 2 weekends, I'm going to be doing a 20-hour stream between Saturday and Sunday, both days, or both weekends. So, yeah, if you're a Twitch person, be sure to do that. I have a Stream Archive channel if you're just kind of more of a VOD person, but I'm very chat-oriented a lot of the time. Sometimes if it's going too fast and I'm playing a game that I really have to pay attention to, yeah, sometimes I miss the chat, but I'm very chat-oriented, like having a good conversation with the peeps in the chat and interacting. It's probably why I like streaming so much. We've done it a lot over the years. We've been streaming on Twitch for quite a long time with the creatures and myself, so I love it. It's just one of my favorite things to do. So, yeah, hope to see you on the Twitch. Other than that, movie videos coming soon. No immediate schedule right off the bat, but I'm looking to. You'll get a feel of how I'm putting videos out. It'll probably be at first just a few videos a week. I'll probably be reviewing some stuff as well as kind of doing some revisiteds. I really do still want to do that Essentials series where I sit down and watch the Essentials. I've never seen like movies like Citizen Kane or Casablanca or anything. There's a lot of classics I haven't seen. There's plenty I have, but I'd love to sit down, do videos on those and such. Y'all, I want to say thank you to anybody who sent me a message, just kind of laying out their history with me and the hub, or everything. It really does me well to read those messages, and thank you for everybody who has. There's been people who were, and I only mention this because there's been multiple messages I've received like this that are people who at the time of either the couch op split from the hub, or even like after the hub ended, sent me hate and took the time to message me either after the hub ended or even more. I've received one of these pretty recently. Somebody saying, I was one of these people who sent you hate and hated on you and blamed you for a lot of things, and I have since apologized and realized what it actually did. Like, there was a result for the things they were saying, and as much as I shouldn't read those things, it's effing tough. It's really tough when people go so much out of their way to hate on you and to try their best to make you feel bad. That's really, that weighs down on me after a certain point. So here's me putting my best foot forward and trying to get back in the saddle and put some fun stuff out for y'all, hopefully. If you're willing for it. If you're not, if all of this sounds like you still hate me by the end of this, I don't know what to tell you. Good luck with everything. Thank you for the support that you've shown me. And this is where we part ways. Otherwise, let's continue on, and hopefully we can go on a fun ride. I know I've said this before, right after the stuff, but I've taken the time to heal. And I might not be fully there. I'm still working on it. It's a day-by-day thing, like anything. But I really am ready to get back out there, So let's do that. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. If you watched all this, my goodness, you have endurance. And yeah, sorry it couldn't be a barrel of laughs, but that's for the future, right? Yeah, barrel of laughs. I got your barrel of laughs over here. Oh, haul him in, Bear. His name's Barry. I call him Bear. That was me opening the barrel. All right. Love y'all. Hope to see you soon in more videos. And yeah, bye everybody.